Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway on a Monday night. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We're good. 47 Mike.
From the 24, Carr. It's complete to Williams.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Go. White. I got it. Big Ed.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Down. 180. March 47. Purdue.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. That is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
General West. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That's going to be caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, 29 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
49, check 49, check 49. Raider 9. Raider 9. Hey, Delta.
From the 29, Carr. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Check. Switch. Put that down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get You're mine. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Come to my world.
Throwing again. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Locke. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Locke to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I wonder where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Check, crunch. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, we're good. 47.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. And watch that. Express. 47 mic, 47 mic. Mic, 47. And what? Get set.
To throw again. Carr. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check, Mike, 47. Hey, Foxtrot. 47's the mic, 47's the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories. About teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. A little check down to Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
60 outlaw. 50. Here we go. Hey, exit. Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
We're good.
On first, here's Washington. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's checking. Crash. 93. Bravo. I'm going 37's to Mike 37. Hey, that QB's trapped.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go.
After the sack on first down, Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Express.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's gets a sack. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pulled in at the 24. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 69 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. It'll
go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Carr now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Locke going to try and throw on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Locke now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the gun on third down, Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Carr to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey gets past him at the 10. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's caught. Nelson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
185, 29. Hey, Charlie, strip that ball. What's up?
Carr now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to